All right, everybody, we're going to get going in just a little bit here, giving you a couple of seconds to get yourself situated, get yourself sat down, and ready for a fun night of trivia. Head over to hcross.com/trivia to find the links for the form, or you can check them in the comments or on the event itself. You should be able to find that Google form, but we're going to give you a couple of seconds to get that all worked out, and we'll be seeing you in a few. We're going to get going here in just a little bit. Want to make sure that you all have a way to get in touch with the forum. Leave us a comment. Let us know if you're having any trouble. Also, you know what? Go ahead and leave me a comment so that I know you guys can hear me. That's kind of a big deal. I need to make sure that I'm heard. Anyways, hope you all have fun. I hope you all enjoy our trivia night. We'll get going here in just a couple more minutes. Hey everybody, it's trivia night! How awesome is that? I'm actually really excited for this. If you couldn't tell, I love trivia. I'd much rather be in your seat. I'd much rather be playing. But tonight, I am the trivia master. So at any rate, I hope you all had a chance to get on with the forum. We're going to do a test run. Don't you worry. But we're going to be ranging everything from, well, the basics, right? The Sunday school answers all the way up to, I'm pretty sure I have a question on here that could stump a professor, and even some awesome music in between. So I hope you guys are all ready to have an evening of fun. Let's go over a couple of ground rules as this whole thing gets going. The first thing is have fun with this. Okay, this is just made for us to all have a little bit of fun together, and so that's what we're going to do. You will get 5 rounds of 5 questions each. That makes for a total of 25 questions. You'll have approximately 1 minute each to answer those questions. I know there's some delay between all the streaming. Don't worry. There's plenty of grace here. Grace abounds. So we are going to do a test run so that we can kind of understand how long that is. I have Pastor Gimbal down in the salt mines working with the responses. And he's going to be messaging me and letting me know who's in the lead, whatever. We'll give you updates as we go. One thing I will say with the form already is there is that team name section at the top. You'll want to fill that out every time. So as we start a new round, I'll give you some time to fill out that team name before we start getting into the questions. So there you kind of understand what's going on there. Ground rule number 1. No cheating. I mean, come on. I realize the computer is right there, but come on, it's trivia night. So don't pull out the old Google machine. Don't Google foo. Just have fun with it. See how much you know off the top of your old noggin, right? And the second rule, have fun. Enjoy, comment. I'll try to be interacting as much as I can with the comments as well. This is meant to be a nice, fun night. So there are the ground rules. I hope you understand. We're going to start off now with, well, a nice little test round. We'll start out with round 0. Don't worry, folks. This is only a test. This is just a test. It's only a test. It's nothing but a test, just to make sure that everything is working. So, let's begin our test round with question number 1. What is 2 plus 2? 2 plus 2. It's very difficult, very tough. 2 plus 2. I may have to call a lifeline. I may have to get in touch with Charlie to find out the answer to this one. She's starting to get good at that. What is 2 plus 2? I'm stumped. The next question. Question number 2. What is 2 times 2? I know this is tough. I don't know my multiplication tables either. 2 times 2. 2 times 2. This is going to be a hard night, isn't it? I can already tell. I'm probably going to get stumped like you wouldn't believe. What is 2 times 2? Just don't know. Question number 3. What is 2 squared? Oh, I'm going to catch you with these, right? 2 squared. Haha, you thought you had me. You thought you had me, and now I'm pulling out functions. What is 2 squared? What is 2 to the second power? What is 2 times 2? It's the same one. I really should have done harder introduction questions. I really should have. Well, too bad. That's what you get. All right, moving on then to question number 4. What is the square root of 16? You know, 16, that number 1, 6, and then you do that weird thing that kind of looks like a division thing in longhand, but it's not, and then you come out with the number. That's the number we're looking for, nothing else. That's the number we're looking for. What is the square root of 16? Square root of 16. All right, and last question of the round. What has been the answer to every question so far? This one's really simple. If you've answered all of the rest of them, you have the answer to this one. It's not too difficult. I'm still going to give you some time because, you know, typing on a phone screen or on a computer screen, might make this one a little bit difficult. Okay? Everybody got their answers in? Go ahead and submit those answers as quickly as is possible. Go ahead and click the old submit button. Everybody in? Everybody? Nobody? Somebody? Okay. All right. And then here we have our answers. It's obviously 4, 4, quatre, quattro, and arava, which is, that's, you know. How did we do, folks? How did we do with that test round? Was it okay? Was the test round okay for y'all? Oh, gosh. Let's see what goes on here. I'm going to wait for word from Pastor Gimbal that we have some of the answers in, that we're seeing them, and then we can go on. If we have to redo our test round, okay, great. Otherwise, it's just going to be me asking y'all questions, and it's going to be really awkward. So, Pastor Gimbal, let me know as soon as we have something to roll with, and we'll start our first round of trivia. I'm excited. I can't wait. I love it. Trivial Pursuit is easily my favorite game, except for I hate the old ones that most everybody has. You know, the one that's over in the closet all beat up and has, like, the sports questions are from obscure Olympic things that I don't know about because they didn't happen when I was alive. Like, I don't know who the 1950s Olympians were. I just don't know. My knowledge doesn't go that far. Okay. How do y'all think you did? Y'all did good? Hopefully that first section didn't get you. If that one got you, whew. All right. Looks like we have about 15 teams in the running. Pastor Gimbal let me know, so I'm very excited to look forward to that. We have team names in. Pastor Gimbal, you get to pick the best team name, and they will get an extra point. Okay? So, best team name is going to get an extra point. Here we are. We're ready to roll with round number 1. Back to Sunday school. These answers should be fairly easy and fairly straightforward. Some factoids you may have forgotten, some factoids that you definitely remember, but hopefully you remember most of these. Let's go to question number 1. Question number 1. How many books are contained in the Bible? You see, the Bible is a canon. It's a whole bunch of smaller books joined together. We divide them into the Old Testament and New Testament, and there's a whole bunch of books inside there. How many books are in the entire Bible? Let's see. Let's start counting. 1, 2. Hey, guys. Count. Oh, this is gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. Let's see. How many books are contained in the Bible? Think you got it? Think you got it written down? Let's move on. Question numero duo. How many animals did Moses take on the ark? Yes, before you start asking in the comments, we will accept sort of rounded numbers, some sort of general figure. Don't worry. How many animals did Moses take onto that big old boat when the rain kept a-coming for 40 days and 40 nights? How many was it? Yes, they went 2 by 2. That's not the answer we're looking for. How many did he take on the ark? How many survived the deluge? How many came with him through the waters of the flood? How many, brothers? How many, sisters? You tell me. Gosh. I just got word in that the best name award goes to Okayest Trivia Masters. Okayest Trivia. I think I have a feeling I know who that is. I'm not going to say. I want to keep the anonymity up there. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, how many did Moses take on the ark? Okay. Question number 3. What? Ooh, this one's, surprising. What was Jesus' first miracle. We're speaking chronologically here, of course. The first sign that he did. He did a lot of things. Which one of them is first? The blind man got his sight. The lame man walked. Lazarus was raised. And we just talked about that one. What was Jesus' first miracle? Got it? You wrote it down? Wrote it down? Wrote it down? Did you? Did you? Did you? Ah! All right, here we go. Question number 4. Who is the entire Bible written about? I'll give you a hint on this one, okay? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna play nice. I called it Back to Sunday School for a reason, okay? All right? And it's all about one person, okay? So who is the entire thing written about? This exegetical key, as we call it in our highfalutin theological minds, actually came to us via Martin Luther. He was the first one to kind of make this statement. So who was the whole thing written about? Write it down. It's one name. Hope you have it. We're moving on to question number 5. Which came first, chronologically speaking? Luke's Gospel or John's? Which one would it be? Luke's Gospel. It's like the most robust historically. Then there's John's. Luke's or John? Luke's. You're going to have to figure this one out for your own. All right, everybody get their answers in. Pastor Gimbal, let me know when we have 15 teams all in, and we'll hit the answer sheet. What do you say? This water is good. And yes, this is just water. I know it's trivia night, but we're keeping it sober over here. Water's good for you. If you have time, leave a comment about how your Wednesday was, what you're looking forward to for the weekend, for the next couple of days. Who knows what's up? Looking forward to it. I got plenty to do tomorrow yet, but looking forward to this weekend and getting together. Well, with Pastor Gimbal in church. He's okay to be around, really, honestly. He is. So, okay. I'm going to trust that we have all 15 teams reporting in. We'll go ahead and move forward now with the answers. There are 66 books in the Bible. Moses took absolutely no animals on the ark. As a matter of fact, the flood happened quite a few centuries before him, maybe even as far out as more than a millennia. Jesus' first miracle, chronologically, was water into wine, and Jesus, of course, is the answer to the question of, well, who is the entire Bible about? And chronologically, which one came first? Luke's Gospel was written before John's. Whew. Who needs to go back to Sunday school? Raise your hand in the comments. Let me know. You'll be the first one in a special biblical education class in Pastor Meyer's office. Whew. All right, here we go. Here we go. Round number 2. A few of your favorite things, or our favorite things, I should say, because this one is all about your lovely staff. I asked them recently at a staff meeting to name a couple of their favorite things, and each one gave me an answer. And so, your job now is to figure out, fill in the blank, or, in other words, guess, what might possibly be the favorite thing of the aforementioned staff member. So, here we go. Question 1 of round 2. According to Pastor Gimbal, the greatest baseball team in the entire world is blank. Who whose Cooperstown would he sport if he were at a good old game of stick and ball? Take me out to the ball game. But which one? Which one would we go to? Who would we go and see? If we were with Pastor Gimbal, we'd probably see the... I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. Okay. Question number 2. What is Joyce's favorite candy? If she's gonna grab something sweet and just hit that spot with the sweet tooth, what's she grabbing out of the dish? What is she gonna eat? I thought of this one because, well, if you ever walk by Joyce's desk in the office, you know, whenever this whole thing's over, just walk by there. You'll always find something in the candy dish, and it's not good for me or my health. I think I've eaten more Lifesavers in the past, 3 months than I have in my entire life, because they're there, you know. So, what is Joyce's favorite candy? Okay. What is Michelle's favorite flower? Oh, that's an interesting one. There's a lot of flowers out there. It could be a chrysanthemum. Or it couldn't because I said it. Or maybe it could. Maybe I'm playing 4-dimensional chess right now with your mind. Who knows? What is Michelle's favorite flower? If you were going to say I'm sorry and buy her a dozen of something, what would it be? I'll give you a hint. There are green leaves on it, too. That's every flower. I wasn't very helpful. I'm sorry. Okay, question number 4. Darlene Burke, our preschool director. She has a favorite color. She often asks her preschoolers what their favorite color is. She gets lots of pinks, blues, and greens. But she has a favorite color herself. And this one, I will actually give you a hint. It's a fusion of 2 other colors. You cannot make this color by itself. You need at least 2 other colors to make it. Those of you who are like art school, either dropouts or grads, you know that makes that a non-primary or a secondary color. What is Mrs. Burke's favorite color? I'm not telling you yet. Question number 5. What is Megan's favorite food? Oh, this is a good one. There are lots of things that might make you think it's this or it's that, but you're going to have to think. Our DCE, Megan, what is her favorite food? I don't know. Could it be spaghetti? No, it's definitely not. I'll at least X that one out for you. Go ahead and submit your answers when we're done. And let me go ahead and double check with Mr. Gimbal. So, get your answers in. And we're going to get on to the next section of tonight's trivia. What is Megan's favorite food? Darlene's favorite color? Michelle's favorite flower? Let's see. And then we had Joyce's favorite candy. Oh, and Pastor Gimbal's favorite baseball team. Let's see if you know. Do we have 15 in? We're going to go ahead and go over our answers from round 2. If you were going to go catch a ball game with Pastor Gimbal, he'd probably want to, go and see the Minnesota twins. If you were going to buy Joyce for candy, buy Joyce for candy, no, not for candy. If you were going to buy Joyce some candy, peppermints would probably be a good place to start. If you really needed to apologize to Michelle for some reason, daisies kind of make her heart go. And if you fuse together red and blue in the right proportions, you'll end up with the lovely color of fuchsia, which is Darlene Burke's favorite color. And if you are going to cook Megan up her favorite thing in the entire world, it's going to be a nice cut of beef, and it's going to be medium rare. How'd you do? How'd you do? Do you know your staff? Do you know their favorite things? I figured mine was too easy. It's basically like it's Jesus and the Red Wings. That's pretty much all of my favorite stuff put together. But there it is. Rounds 1 and 2 in the books. How's it going? Everybody doing great? Yeah, we all knew that one. I see that one, Mary. Of course, we all know Pastor John's favorite things. It's God and hockey. And the two are actually pretty close to being the same because we all know God likes hockey as well, right? It's just what it is. I'm going to see if we can get a score update from Pastor Gimbal at some point in the near future, but wow, oh, look at the roundies putting it in. 5 right on round 1. They don't need to go back to Sunday school, but only 1 on round 2. They're only going to get harder, friends, as we go along. Just wait till round 5. I'm going to give you a hint. I am dead certain that the hardest question of the night will be our last question of the night, because I go and save the best for last. But there we are through 2 rounds of trivia. Lots of fun going down. Everybody's like, fuchsia? We'll have to see how the quizmaster himself tallies these things. But we're going to move on to at some point in time. You see, because everything that we read about happened at some point in time. We don't always know the exact year it happened, but we can kind of put it into some semblance of order. In this round, all questions are going to be worth 2 points. I am going to give you an event or a person or something like that, and you have to tell me the number of the century and AD or BC. So if I were going to ask you when the Dust Bowl happened in America, the right answer would be 20th AD. It's the 20th century, Anno Domini. I guess we'll accept BCE and CE if you want to get pedantic about things too, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Give me BC and AD, give me a number to go with that to tell me which century in which the thing occurred. As I said, for an example, Dust Bowl would be 20th century AD, so you could put 20 AD, 20th AD, something like that, okay? So, right now I'm basically buying time to let my score miner go ahead and catch up a little bit. Turns out 15 teams at 5 questions. Somebody do the math on that one. That's a lot of answers he's tallying. So, hurry up. Let's go, Gimbal. Come on. I didn't hire you for no reason. At some point in time. Let's begin round 3. Question numero uno. The prophet Isaiah lived a life. But the question tonight is, when did he live that life? He lived it in some century. Was it BC? Was it AD? Was it 1 through 10? Was it, I don't know. Was it 11 through 20? You're going to have to tell me. That's the whole point of trivia. You tell me, the prophet Isaiah, when did he live? Which century did he live? C'est difficile. These aren't as easy as you might have thought. Let's move on to question number 2. The temple destroyed by Romans. In which century did the Romans destroy the temple? A watershed moment, to be sure, and one around which the entire New Testament actually revolves. A lot of the rhetoric, a lot of the things are used to help us to figure out whether it happened before or after the temple, because there's a lot of conversation about such an event. It was a big moment for Christians, as much as it was for Jews who still worshipped there. Well, Christians still worship there too, but in which century did that one happen? Let's see. I'll bet you Brian Belter's already really happy that the vast majority of these questions have nothing to do with Genesis. Caught y'all. You thought this was going to be a Genesis fest, right? Nope. Oh, here we go. When was the temple destroyed by the Romans? When did they come in and do what they were going to do? Question number 3. Christianity becomes the religion of the Emperor Constantine. Oh, this was a big moment brought on the Council of Nicaea and thus the Nicene Creed. It happened in this century. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a big hint, okay? I'm going to hold up a certain amount of fingers. And that's going to be the number. Ready? You can't see it because it's cropped out. Oh, I'm deliciously evil. I know it's not evil at all. But in which century did Constantine himself become a Christian and not only legalize Christianity, but make it the religion of the Roman state? Which century was that? Question number 4. Martin Luther, you might know him a little bit. Martin Luther, when did he write the Small Catechism? What century was it? Should have paid attention in those history classes. I'd know the answer to this one. But you know what? I have a sheet. So I don't need to remember this stuff. It's right here. It's right here on the sheet. Can't you see it? No? I can. So I know all the answers. When did Martin Luther write his Lutherbuchen? His Small Catechism, his questions and answers on the basics of the Christian religion, written into 6 chief parts, covering the 6 chief parts of the faith: the Apostles' Creed, the Lord's Prayer, the 10 Commandments, baptism, Holy Communion, and confession. He also had his Table of Duties tucked away in the back. Pretty neat little section too. But when did he write it? What century was it in? Question number 5. The birth of Jesus. When did this one happen? We might catch 1 or 2 of you on this one. This is not as easy as it seems. That's the hint I'm going to give you. The birth of Jesus, which century did that one happen in? Go ahead and get that one filled out and submit your answers so that we can get going. And we'll get to the answers and you can see how tricky I am. So, let's see. Birth of Jesus. Okay. Martin Luther's Small Catechism. Christianity is the religion of Constantine. Temple destroyed by Romans. And the prophet Isaiah. When did he live? Which century was it in? Okay. A bit difficult. Not as easy as it seems. I'll let you know for you music heads, you hymn nerds. The next section will probably be just a little bit more fun for you. But yeah, we'll get to that one in a second. Let's move on to the answers for round number 3. Name that century. The prophet Isaiah lived in about the 8th century BC. The temple was destroyed by Romans in the year 70 AD, which happens to fall within the 1st century AD. Christianity became the religion of Constantine in the mid-300s, making it the 4th century AD. In the mid-1500s, or I guess I should say the first quarter of the 1500s, Martin Luther wrote his little book, making it the 16th century, and Christ was born, here's the thing, according to our calendars, how we would date it, round about 6 to 4 BC, making it the 1st century BC when Jesus Christ, Jesus of Nazareth, was born in Bethlehem. That is the most likely date for it. Did you get them all? Did one catch you up? Maybe you're smarter than you even gave yourself credit for. But you'll get points if you got the number right. You'll get points if you got the BCAD part right. And each one is worth 2. All right. Round 3. In the books. On to round 4. And this one's going to be some of my favorite stuff. Name that tune. I have some classics. I have some way, way back classics. I have some things that you probably have never heard before in your life. But I had one rule for myself when picking out these hymns, that they were all gonna be from our hymnal. So you have likely either had the chance to look at them or hear them. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on, and we'll move on through the questions. As I move on through the questions, I will play you the song itself. I have it queued up over here on this other screen. So you'll hear a section of music. I'll play you round about a minute's worth of music, and I'll let you kind of just soak it in, write down your answer. But if you're ready, here we go. Name that tune. Question number 1, tune number 1. Here we go. Hallelujah. Oof. That's a good one, isn't it? I like it quite a bit. Question number 1 may have been difficult. You may know it. Hopefully, you know this next one. This one should be pretty easy. Here we go. Question number 2. Oh, that's sweet. Get your 3-year-old out here. 4-year-old out here, right? Really good rendition. That's all you're getting of that one. That's all you're getting of that one. Hopefully you didn't even need that much, but that's song number 2. Here we go with song number 3. That should Gimbal. Make sure you get all those bonus points. I feel like I need to tell a certain story. Oh, my wife's watching. She'll be like, nah, don't need to hear it again. All right, that's song number 3. Now we're going to move on to song number 4. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult, but one of those that I really enjoy too. Here we go. Song number 4. Oh, it's coming up. Just give me a second here. One second. Let's move on. We have one more tune to get through. This one's definitely going to be the most difficult here. It's actually being played at the seminary here in St. Louis. So there we go. There you have it. There are all 5 tunes. I'm going to give you a second to mull it over in your head. Think about which ones were which. I already see some people, oh, I'm struggling. It's like, yep, it's trivia night. But we're almost through it. The fun stuff was definitely earlier. Now we're getting serious. Because after this section, we have one last round of 5 questions. And this last round of 5 questions is going to make or break your evening. I'm going to go ahead and do this one, Pastor Gimbal. I am tripling the points for round number 5. That's what we're going to do. We're going to triple this because it's a master class. All right. Oh, but first, before we get on to round number 5, let's go ahead and check out these answers. The first tune we heard in that series was At the Lamb's High Feast. Then we heard the classic hymn, Jesus Loves Me. Of course, the wonderful German Reformation hymn, Ein fester Burg ist unser Gott, Mighty Fortress. Then the fourth one, Eternal Father, Strong to Save, which is actually, it has a hymn, or a stanza for each branch of the military. It was originally sung as the Navy's hymn. And then the last one is an Easter hymn, Christ Lay in Death-Strong Bands. Oof, that's a good one. Should sing that one more often. But man, all right, there we go. This last round is it. This last round is where the men are separated from the boys, the women from the girls, and everything in between. This is where we find out who has taken the master class. All of these questions have something to do with things that have either been spoken about or preached on recently. The first question, I'm going to go ahead and give you a hint. Just start getting your brain in gear. It does have to do with something in Genesis specifically about Noah. So just start thinking about that one already. Like I said, these are going to be worth 3 points each. And you know what? You know what? I'm going to pull out the trump card. Here's what I'm going to do. If you can get the last question correct, we may as well make that one worth 50 points. I tell you what. I'm pretty certain I got a stumper on my hands, but we'll find out here. All right, ready? Ready? Here we go. Round number 5. Question number 1. How many people were saved from the flood in the ark? How many people were saved in the ark? Persons, people. How many people with 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 legs, 2 hands? You know, what makes a person a person? How many people were saved in the flood? I'm not playing games with you. How many people was it? Paul, even the writer of Hebrews, says it was blank souls in all. Let's see. Let's see. Who was on that boat? It was Noah. He had a family. You can think about how many people were in that family. I think you might have the answer to this one. But how many people were saved from the flood, the water of the flood, in the ark? The answer isn't 5. A lot of other numbers out there, but it's definitely not 5. Question number 2. I feel like I need to get like the, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music going on in the background where it gets all tense. Somebody loop that for me. Question number 2. What was the name of Moses' sister? Moses had a brother, Aaron, who helped him stand and talk before Pharaoh's. Who was his sister? I'll give you a hint. She sang a song after they crossed the Red Sea. She gets almost a whole chapter's worth of FaceTime in the book of Exodus. What is her name? By what should we call Moses' sister? Should we just be like, hey, Moses' sister, you, over there, hello? Oh, no, she's got a name. She's got a name. More familiar than you might think. Not as familiar as some. Let's see. What was the name of Moses' sister? Difficult. All right. Keep thinking. I'm going to give you a little bit of extra time here. Question number 3. This one's a quote. And we actually heard this quote very recently. We heard this quote when we read about the death of Lazarus. And somebody said this famous line, somebody you wouldn't think of because of a story we heard about him just a few weeks ago. But he said this one, let us also go that we may die with him. Which unsuspecting disciple said those words? Roundabouts John chapter 11, you'd find them. Which disciple said, let us also go, that we may die with him? He's got 2 names. Interesting guy. Who said, let us also go, that we may die with him? No. I heard what you were thinking, and it's not him. That's a good guess. But no, the other guy. Yeah. That one. That's the guy. Just write it down. Type it in the field. Come on. Right there under question 3. Go ahead and type that one in. Got it? Got it? Okay. Here we go. Question number 4. Which gospel contains the story of the thief on the cross? Which gospel is it that tells us Jesus said, today you will be with me in paradise? Who was it? Who said such a thing? Who recorded that little story for us? This one was really awesome because as a first-year seminarian, I happened to bring this up in the wrong Gospels class. We were taking a gospel on another one of the gospels, and I said this event, and that was the first impression I made on a Dr. David scare. I don't think I ever lived it down. He probably still remembers it to this day. Just kidding, he's probably forgotten all about it, but boy, was I embarrassed. Go ahead, type it in. You probably know the answer to this one. It's a fairly well-known factoid. Who put this one in their gospel? You're going to write that down in your little form. Type it on in. Who was it that remembered this story for us? And here it is. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the most difficult question I think I could possibly come up with. It's still in the realm of fact and not opinion, because it doesn't have anything to do with the Red Wings, which would obviously be an opinion. I mean, factoid. But question number 5 of the masterclass. This is it. This is the big one. How many named sons did Abraham have? Haha! Genesis comes back to win it! Yeah! It's always going to come back to Genesis. There was never a question in my mind of what kind of question we were going to end with, but here we are, a factoid from the book of Genesis. How many named sons did Abraham have? You might be wondering, why is Pastor Meyer asking this one? I remember Isaac, right? And there's the thing about his son, his only son. Why is he asking this one? Is it a trick question? Maybe it is. Or maybe it's a double trick question. Maybe it's a triple trick question. But how many named sons did Father Abraham have? He had many sons. I am one of them, and so are you. But we are the named sons of Abraham. Genesis names blank. How many? How many? Oh, that one's difficult. That one is difficult. Let's see if you all got them right. Go ahead and fill it out and submit it. Oh, let's see. Let's go ahead and see. And we'll go ahead and start wrapping this up, and we'll see who won. We already know who won the most creative team name. According to Pastor Gimbal, it was Okayest Trivia Masters. So congratulations to Okayest Trivia Masters. You already had a 1-point advantage before going on to any of the questions tonight. I hope that you all had an excellent time getting these ones sorted out. We're going to go ahead and look at the answers now. The questions 1 through 5 of, well, round number 5. And let's see what's available to us here. There were 8 souls in all aboard the ark. Miriam, of course, was the sister to Moses, who sang that song. And yes, Mary, I saw your comment there in the feed. The horse and the rider he has thrown into the seed. Fantastic, right? Now, let's see. Number 3, it was Thomas, also called Didymus the twin, who was so brash and full of chutzpah, as they say, to, well, say, let us go and die with him. Luke, of course, records for us that the thief on the cross said, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And there are 8 sons of Abraham named. Check Genesis chapter 25 if you want to see 6 of them, along with, of course, Isaac and Ishmael. We talked about that in the Genesis study. He legally sends them away. We only have Isaac to deal with, but we're going to start tallying up these scores right now, and we'll see who comes out on top here. But man, oh man, I had fun. I hope you had fun. I hope you got most of them right. And if you didn't get most of them right, well, I hope you still had fun. We'll see how this one kind of shakes out. Pastor Gimbal's going to be tallying up round number 5 here and letting me know who's on top. Oh, I can't wait. Roundy scored 30 points. Maybe you scored more because, you know, there might be some bonus points in here. Who knows? Who knows? I'm interested to see how okayest Trivia Masters did because, after all, they're just okayest. They aren't the best, they aren't the worst, but they are definitely the okayest, right on the top of that bell curve. Yes, sir. I like that kind of person because that's who I am. I am neither bad nor good. I'm just right there at the tippy top of that bell curve. Okayest Trivia Masters had a blast. I knew it was you, Sumskis. I knew it. Connie had fun watching. Thanks, Connie. I'm glad you had fun watching. Nobody would watch you. Mariette, I don't think anybody really had a team. A couple people may have gotten teams together, but this was mostly an individual effort, I think. Oh, I will say that even if I were on a team, it would probably still be an individual effort because I don't know that I'd let anybody else, you know, answer. Pastor Trebek. I am nowhere near as good as Alex Trebek. I used to love watching Jeopardy. I could never, I don't think ever make it on there. I don't know. Mary thinks it won't be her. Who knows? Who knows? You might still have won. We still don't have the official tallies in. Pastor Gimbal will be getting that over to us. Let's see. Once he starts typing, I'll be like, ooh, I can't wait to see. Top 3, Pastor Gimbal. Let me know who they are. I'm really interested to know who they are. I'll get a firm handshake at some point in the near future, which right now seems to me like a golden medal. Actual human contact, right? Oh, gosh. Something a little bit different for our Wednesday night. Something a little bit more fun, right? Hope you all had lots and lots of it. I know I did. I was really nervous about the whole thing getting going, and then as we were getting the stream up and running tonight, I'm like, ooh, this is so much fun. So much fun. I can't wait. He's better in math. Yeah, Pastor Gimbal's probably better in math than I am, too. Probably better than math than most of us. I don't know. I was having trouble with those early functions. 2 plus 2, 2 times 2, 2 squared, square root of 16. We made it. We got to the other end. Dad and Mom Belt are really bad. No. See, here's the thing. I think all of you are putting way too much faith in other people. If it was hard for you, it was probably hard for them too. Let's see. It definitely wasn't easy. I definitely didn't make it easy, except for that back to Sunday school portion. I hope most of you aced that. That should have been fairly easy. One of the answers was even Jesus, okay? I couldn't make it any more fun than that. You got to hear a little bit of hymns. You got to know a couple of favorite things. Hey, you might want to send Joyce some peppermint candies, Michelle some daisies, and Pastor Gimbal some Minnesota Twins tickets, right? Of course, we all know he likes the Vikings a lot more. That's his favorite team. But we'll see. If you're going to take Megan out for dinner yet before July, you may as well take her out for a steak. Medium rare. That's the right way to cook it, right? That was not the best. Oh, come on. I'm glad this is all way fun. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, those hymns. Hey, man, those were hard, okay? Unless you're like a hardcore hymn nerd. Oofda, right? Especially those last two. You may have heard the first 3 at some point and it might be recognizable, but we'll see here. I'm going to cut away for a second, and we'll have to get in touch with Pastor Gimbal. Give me 1 second here. checking over on the YouTube feed. For all of you playing along on YouTube, I just went over and I saw all the comments over there. There's a lot of the right answers in there. Wow, look at that. Venture's just supplying everybody with the goods. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Fantastic. Somebody wants to know, what are the prizes? A sense of pride and accomplishment. I think that's about all I can offer you right now. You won trivia night, right? There was nothing really on the line here. Let's see. This is what we call buying time. Who wants to hear a story? Raise your hand. I can't see you anyways. Let's see. My money, I don't know who the teams are, but I think, I have a feeling it's gonna be my wife's team. I don't know what she named her team. It's just her, and it was my girls too. But let's be honest, she's got the wide shoulders for that team. They kind of need carried. Ugh. Tell you what, they're wonderful. They're lovely. But yeah, okay. See here. Let's see. Come on, come on. It's a lot of scores to tabulate. I think there were even more than 15 teams. Oh, Charlie carried the team. Yeah, she got that Jesus Loves Me right away. I'm almost certain of it. Right? She knows that one. Sing Luther's Evening Prayer with... I wish I could. I don't know that one off the top of my head. I could say it. It's a whole different thing. Oh, Pastor Gimble's getting in touch with me. We might have a winner. Oh, he said he's done. Okay, Gimble! Hit us! Hit us with it! I want to know who won this evening, who's in charge, who's on top, who knows their stuff, who's ready to be a professor, who is a quiz master, a trivia talent. We're communicating. I love that. We have to communicate via text on the computer. We're managing at least 5 different things here. I'm ready. Come on now. Come on. Come on, Gimbal. As long as I'm in the top 5, I'll be happy. Hey! Oh, here's a good one. In the comments below, let me know how many of you got the Abraham question right. Just put it in the comments if you got it right. I'm curious. Saw 4 as the answer on YouTube. That was a cunning guess because of the first section, right? That this is a testament. Now that I look back at that, I'm like, I should have encoded that one. That would have been easy. But it was the same answer as the first one. Not that you would have known, but no. Anyways, did you get that one right? If you didn't get it, if you got it wrong, which one did you pick? What number did you put down? How many sons did he have? Let's see. All right, Gimbal says he's done now. Oh, 6. 6, that's a good answer. 6 is not a bad answer at all. Come on, Gimbal. Feed me at least the top 5. That sounds like a good number. I'm ready for the top 5, Pastor Gimbal. Top 5. Let's go here. Top 5. He's like, you need the winners? Like, no, I don't need the winners. Yes, please. Top 5 would be great. Picked 6. That's not way wrong. It's a good number. 2. Got the other 6. Yeah, most people do. You know, that's one of those interesting things because the 2 are the ones you hear about in all the stories, right? You always hear the stories of Isaac and Ishmael. And there are actually 6 others named in Genesis chapter 25. He sends them away out of his household, of course, so they don't legally count as his sons anymore, but the Bible names them. All right, here we go. We have the winners. We have our top 5. We'll start at number 5. Number 5 was the Spearmans. Congratulations, Spearmans, placing 5th out of 15 teams. That's not bad. I'm pretty sure we even added ones on there. In 4th place was the Einsteins, aka the Seminarians. I believe that's going to be the flanks. I don't know, but with 28 points, they came in 4th place. In 3rd place with 30 points was the Gimbals L. I'm assuming that is the wonderful Gimbal ladies joining us. Who knows? It may have been the Gimbals from way up north. I saw that they joined us. But at any rate, hope that you all had fun playing along. Let's see here. Number 2, runner-up, even with the extra point, at 30 points. They got the tiebreaker with the name. Okayest Trivia Masters. Okayest Trivia Masters came out at 30. But on top, your winners for this evening, the Truth with Booth. I believe the Booths pulled it out with 33 points. Congratulations, Truth with Booth. You pulled it out in a difficult trivia night. I hope you all had lots of wonderful fun this evening. I hope you all had fun playing along. Who knows? We might do it again sometime. Maybe. We'll see. I had almost no fun with this, as you can tell. Almost none. At any rate, I hope you all have a wonderful night. We'll catch you tomorrow morning for our devotions on the 8s at 8 a.m. for a little bit more out of the Psalms. A little more tomorrow in the evening from 1 Peter. Until we see you again, may God bless and keep you. Have a good night.